Yo, what is going on YouTube? I am Germ here, as you guys can see up on the screen. Today we are going to be doing something that I honestly don't think I've done for a while on my channel. It used to be a pretty big thing we did every week, but reacting to a Travis Gafford interview. I think he really does some of the best content in the LCS right now. I think he always has amazing interviews. He asks a lot of good questions, and he usually does get a lot of good, juicy stuff out of the people he is talking to. And obviously, you can see that today he had an interview, or this is a couple days ago at this point, I'm just getting to it now, an interview with Zven. And this guy has been one of the guys with the biggest storylines surrounding him in the LCS this season, being benched by Cloud9, being brought back, having the Alphari tweet, us wondering how Cloud9 is going to do now that Zven's back. How is the relationship with Zven and Cloud9? Is Zven going to stick with Cloud9 for the future? Is Cloud9 going to stick with Zven for the future? All of these questions. So I thought this would be a great interview to go over, to react to some of the biggest clips. There's obviously some awesome talking points to talk about, and that's what we're going to be doing in this video today. Definitely drop a like if you do enjoy it. I'd appreciate it so much. Subscribe to stay up to date on all my latest content. With that being said, here we go. So obviously, Cloud9 and Zven, he came back to the starting lineup this weekend. Things went pretty good. They went 2-1. They lost 100 Thieves. They beat CLG and Golden Guardian. So we still don't really know a whole lot about Cloud9. They beat two not very good teams, and they lost to a pretty good team. So we know that they're at least probably not the best team in the LCS right now, but it's hard to exactly put them. Are they second? Are they third? Are they fourth? You know, who knows? But it is really, really cool to see Zven back. Obviously, I think he's one of the most talented players in the LCS right now, and honestly, I think he gives some of the best interviews, if not the best interviews. I know historically there's been guys like Doublelift and Bjergsen and guys who've given a bunch of quotes and guys who have really driven a lot of storylines and stuff, and those guys are all gone. But Zven, he's open, he's honest, gives really good quotes, yeah, this video from Travis Gafford called C9 Zven on his return to LCS, the Alphari photo, and what he can share about the situation sounded spicy enough to me. So here we go. Definitely, you know, go support Travis. I dropped a like on his video. Hopefully you guys go check him out. Watch this video over on his channel. We're just going to be watching a couple clips. So here he's talking about the actual Alphari Twitter situation, you know, where he tweeted the picture, like, big announcement soon, all of that. And I think there's some interesting things here to talk about.
At tough times, so that's what it is. And Alphari and I are a little bit different. Even though we're good friends, I would never tweet something like he did, even though I think it was really funny. His tweet about the fast food tweet.
Yes.
I can respect that kind of tweet. You know, having the balls to do that kind of stuff when you're wronged by someone. But not saying our streets are similar at all. They're not. But
so, two interesting things right there. He's saying that, you know, when you are wronged by somebody, tweeting something like that, saying that he thinks Alphari was wronged by Team Liquid, and probably Alphari thinks he was wronged by Team Liquid as well. I don't think that's a shock to most people. I think that was most people's take in the situation. But the big thing here is that, does Alphari feel like he was wronged by Jat? Does he feel like he was wronged by Team Liquid? Does he feel like he was wronged by everyone? No one more than that? Because, you know, Alphari did have a tweet where he was like, hey guys, the situation was all my fault. I'm going to take responsibility. And then he actually ended up deleting that. So it's really, really weird to actually figure out what is entirely going on in this situation. And that's going to be a really, really big storyline headed into the offseason and everything. Like, how is Alphari's relationship with Team Liquid? Is he going to continue to be in good graces with that team? Is he going to be on that team going forward? Is he going to hold out? Is he going to want to leave? Is he going to have behavioral issues or attitude issues or whatever? Again, is he holding a grudge between them? Or have they fixed things? Was everything just him and Jat? Now that Jat's gone, things can be good. Who knows? But then also the big thing there that Zven did say was also that he thinks his and Alphari's situation were very, very different. So if you're a Cloud9 fan, if you're a Cloud9 fan that wants the team to hang on to Zven, that might be very, very good news. Now, obviously, he's not saying that, oh, I have a great relationship with Cloud9 right now. I love getting benched. I'm really happy with everything that's going on. But what he is saying is, you know, my and Alphari situations are very different. Is he talking about what happened was very different, or is he talking about, you know, the differences between their relationships with their teams? I don't know. Maybe I'm reading too much into that, but I kind of saw that as a good sign. I think that is potentially a good sign that maybe Cloud9 and Zven actually have a decent relationship, but there is definitely more in this, and also a sign that maybe Alphari and Team Liquid don't have a great relationship. But let's continue a little bit.
I would not tweet something like that, right? This is not who I am. So as social media, that's why I'm not like active on social media. I just don't like tweeting and that kind of stuff in general. I don't care so much about personal brand and followers. It's just not that important. And if I see comments, it triggers me. So because people on social media are often very loud.
Skip ahead a couple seconds.
out, but very, very
Hitting the
friendly
wrong
bro.
button.
Don't use social media. How much
Yeah.
could you say? Did you guys just go get dinner together? Or is there a club for players
Yeah.
that are not in the LCS? How does that
Yeah,
work?
I mean, everyone is vaccinated, so, and LA is kind of like starting to open up again. And Bonnie and I went to a dinner together, and I got told that same day that I was going to start for the LCS team next week.
Gotcha.
And I said yes. Of course, I want to start for LCS team next week, so I did, and I figured Alvar is here, and he's benched too, and it's kind of funny, you know, the whole thing. So I thought, I mean, why not like make some fun of it and
Yeah.
fuck with people's head, make people speculate a little bit. Sorry.
So I thought that was funny. Obviously, he's just kind of saying that the whole situation was a little bit of a troll. He wanted to make people speculate, but also it wasn't a troll because he did get unbenched, and there was a big announcement soon. And Alfari, we still haven't got official word that Alfari is returning to the LCS this week, but he's, you know, they got the announcement that his date is coming up this next week, and hopefully he'll be returning. I mean, I'm really excited to see still. It would make sense if he comes back this weekend. So, yeah, it was kind of a troll. Yeah, he was kind of fucking with people. But in the end of the day, it was true also. So he wasn't really messing with people because obviously he did return to the LCS that weekend. But I just thought that was kind of funny. That's kind of how it went down. They just kind of went out to eat, and they were like, hey, let's mess with some people. And, yeah, that was that. And then the ending here to the interview I also think is a little bit spicy. Him talking about the future of this whole situation and us hopefully finding out what happened between him and Cloud9 and everything.
Actually, LCS, because I know I couldn't get an interview, and there's like a whole "he's back" type thing. Is it weird to just suddenly get hit with all this like all the content, interviews, and attention you didn't have to worry about at Academy? Now suddenly you're getting it all in this one weekend, I assume.
No, I mean, I'm used to all that kind of stuff. I've been in that position for many, many years now, so I'm used to that. But I will say this, with time, all this will be clarified and it will all make sense, and then people will understand.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, anytime you want to clarify it with me, or anybody wants to clarify it with me, just let them know.
Travis,
you can share my Discord info or Twitter. Is there anything you want to say to any of the fans out there?
I think I just said what I want to say. I mean, thank you for cheering for me. There's a lot.
So, obviously, that was a big thing to me. It sounds like the situation, and I don't think that's too surprising, it sounds like this situation is a little bit juicy, that there's a little bit of something going on here, that this wasn't just, you know, a player who got benched for King to play a couple weeks and now he's back and everything's good. He's saying there is some things that people are going to find out about, that people are going to find out the truth of the situation. Now, did Zven do something? Did he get in trouble? You know, was there some kind of disciplinary action here? I know there has been some speculation of people saying maybe he was gone for a couple of weeks doing green card stuff, and maybe they're getting ready to announce a green card for him. Maybe, you know, he was pissed that he got benched, and now people are going to find out in the future that this is a reason why he's leaving Cloud9, or maybe he's going back to Europe, or maybe he's returning to TSM or something like that. It doesn't seem like this situation's over. It seems like there's definitely something in the works. Obviously, Zven can't talk about it right now. He's in the middle of a season. He's under contract with Cloud9. You're not just going to go and, like, you know, talk bad about your employer or whatever, because he still wants to probably compete for an LCS title, still wants to do well Worlds, still wants to have a good reputation and a good relationship, and still make a bunch of money. But, man, this is definitely a story I'm going to be following very closely, and then definitely hoping we hear some rumors or speculation or something about this, because it seems like there's something going on here. And Zven luckily says we all will find out eventually, but hopefully that eventually is sooner rather than later. But that is pretty much it for this video today, guys. Definitely drop a like if you did enjoy it. Leave a comment down below. What do you think about this whole situation? Do you think Zven and Cloud9 are in good terms, bad terms? Do you think he's leaving, staying? I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. Subscribe to stay up to date on the latest content. Hopefully catch you guys in the next one. But until then, peace!